far end of our upper pasture here. I'll take a little closer look, or maybe a photo. The deer stand is over there. Over the course of the summer, some trees have grown up around it to block a little bit of the view. It has a view on all four sides, and that will be a great LPOP in addition to being a great hunting stand. That'll be cleared out here the next coming weeks. And we have more pipeline access on the other side of that clearing over there. We recently found out through a survey that we own 12 more feet past our fence line than we thought we owned. That's awesome, but I'm not taking down that fence and removing it. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that area, what can be done with it as far as benefit. It does give us a lot more firewood, so that's great. 12 feet, bordering 56 acres is a great thing to have, so it does give us some more firewood, so I guess that would be a benefit. And we are going to go a little bit, if I can find it. It is a hidden entrance somewhat during the summertime, down through Mad Dog Drop. We're not going to go the whole way. That's an area named after our buddy Matty, which you saw in my little bit of a tribute post recently passed. And he worked for weeks and weeks to clear that out and make some good trails for hunting, for riding, and also to get us out to the rock formation area, which gives us a perfect view of the entire half-mile driveway all the way down the road. It would be like shooting fish in a barrel from that spot. We're not going to go out exactly to that spot, but I'll give you a little bit of an idea what it looks like, and we go kind of deep into our woods to get there. We're about halfway through our upper pasture in this spot. Here comes my blue heeler, Jovi, my faithful companion. We have some crabapple trees growing over in there and some peach trees. Very odd place for peach trees in such a shady area, but they came with the property and never produced, understandably, until the first fall that we moved, the first year that we moved on here. We're getting some starts off of those and replanting those to increase the fruit that we're growing in our fruit groves. And we have plenty of hardwoods growing. We have ample firewood. Also a great benefit to this property. That area is fenced in through there to separate the livestock in or out of this upper pasture when we need to. And we also have a lot of wild berry bushes growing over in there. And when the horses have not eaten all and what they won't eat, like the ironweed, we have plenty of medicinal and edible things up here that we can forage. People call them weeds. I don't like to call them that. It seems rather negative because they are so beneficial. We also have plenty of deer and turkey roaming in these woods. Now there are deer and turkey. This area is actually known for turkey. In our area of the state, our county in particular, you don't want to rely on just wild game because that's going to be taxed out fairly quickly and pushed to areas where they wouldn't normally go to range for safety and to get away from people and leave their typical habitat when everybody starts hunting them. And being out even in your own woods can be very dangerous during a long-term survival type of situation. People are not going to respect boundary lines or fences. And when you're out trying to hunt, you could get shot accidentally, you could get shot intentionally, or you could get your own meat and somebody just take it from you. So there's always a security aspect when you're out hunting. Doing it on your own property, and when you have enough people to help patrol it to keep people out of your woods as best you can, it would make it a lot safer. This section of woods you're seeing here separates the upper part of the property from the lower part where the pond and the barn and our house is. So that would probably be one of our most secure bets. There's 3 or 4 sections that are wooded that we have seen lots of livestock, including pheasants and quail, that are not near the edges of the property boundary, which would make them a much safer area to hunt. This is the entrance to Mad Dog Drop, and during the summer it gets grown up a bit. Riding the Ranger out through here beats a trail down pretty quick, way quicker than the four-wheeler. But there is a beautiful spot out here in the fall on a tree stump way bigger than that, taller, wider, that I put all 5 of the grandkids on and take their picture every year. It's beautiful. But this is where some of the best hunting is on our property. The big bucks seem to like it back in here. And we can actually, on an ATV or a horse, go straight out this trail you're looking now and pop out on what we thought was our property boundary, and now 12 feet further. This is also still just off the upper pasture behind our house. But it's also one of the most favorite spots of everybody that comes up here. It's a beautiful trail to walk, hike, have a picnic, take pictures. Has ample firewood. It's great for hunting. And if we followed Jovi on out that trail and around, you would go to the best part of Mad Dog Drop, which is the rock formation. It looks like a stone foundation from an ancient house. I mean, it's huge. It's larger than a house by twice the width and the length. And if you go out to the end of it and you lay at the tip of the rock formation, you are obscured, but your view is not. You could lay there with a rifle and be able to look completely down the driveway all the way to the road. So it's a perfect sniper spot. You get to see a little bit of the rock formation when we go on down the hill. Jovi's chasing our squirrel. We have ample squirrels and chipmunks. Those wouldn't give us a nice big full meal, but they are great to have to hunt and go ahead and butcher up and can or dehydrate the meat. The dogs will be responsible for finding their own food when the shit hits the fan, so those may be their meals. But this is a beautiful walk out through here. We could walk a good quarter of a mile to get to the rock formation. We weave around up and down. I don't know if it'd be a quarter of a mile straight, but it's a fairly decent hike. A little bit rugged, but not too rugged. My in-laws and mother could do it if they had to, and they're in their 80s. It gets a little uneven. It would not be easy for an elderly person or person with a physical disability. But if they had to, for whatever reason, to get up here for a bunker or a cache or something like that, it could be done with a little bit of help, and especially with the ATVs. Jovi's off looking for something. I could spend my whole day up here if I had that kind of time. It's just beautiful and peaceful. There are plenty of wild edibles up here as well. We have blackberry bushes by the hundreds on the property.